for something for nothing or a free ride to fail in life. The only way to earn money is by providing people with services or products which are needed and useful. We exchange our product or service for the other man's money. Therefore, the law is that our financial return will be in direct proportion to our service. Success is not the result of making money. Making money is the result of success. And success is in direct proportion to our service. Most people have this law backwards. They believe that you're successful if you earn a lot of money. The truth is that you can only earn money after you're successful. It's like the story of the man who sat in front of the stove and said to it, "Give me heat, and then I'll add the wood." How many men and women do you know, or do you suppose there are today, who take the same attitude toward life? There are millions. We've got to put the fuel in before we can expect heat.
Yeah, I'm
Likewise,
sorry
we've
about
got to
that,
be of
y'all.
service first
Computer be
before we
doing
can
what it
expect
want to do.
money. Don't concern yourself with the money. Be of service. Build, work, dream, create. Do this, and you'll find there's no limit to the prosperity and abundance that will come to you. Prosperity
I
is
hope you
founded
made it
upon
back
the
in
law
here.
of mutual exchange. Any person who contributes to prosperity must prosper in turn himself. Sometimes the return will not come from those you serve, but it must come to you from someplace, for that is the law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. As you go daily through your 30-day test period, remember that your success will always be measured by the quality and quantity of service you render, and money is a yardstick for measuring this service. No man can get rich himself unless he enriches others. There are no exceptions to a law. You can drive down any street in America and from your car estimate the service that's being rendered by the people living on that street. Had you ever thought of this yardstick before? It's interesting. Some, like ministers and priests and other devoted people, measure their returns in the realm of the spiritual, but again, their returns are equal to their service. Once this law is fully
Exactly.
understood, any thinking person can tell his own fortune. If he wants more, he must be of more service to those from whom he receives his return. If he wants less, he has only to reduce this service. This is the price you must pay for what you want. If you believe you can enrich yourself by deluding others, you can only end by deluding yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It may take some time, but just as
Yes.
surely as you breathe,
I
you
hope
will
y'all heard
reap
that.
what you put out. Don't ever make the mistake of thinking you can avert this. It's impossible.
Did you know that Amazon has a $50 million fund that they have to pay out every month? And here's how you can get it.
The prisons and the streets where the lonely walk are filled with people who tried to make new laws just for themselves. We may avoid the laws of man, but there are greater laws that cannot
Be
be broken.
right.
An outstanding medical doctor recently pointed out 6 steps that will help you realize success. 1. Set yourself a definite goal. 2. Quit running yourself down. 3. Stop thinking of all the reasons why you cannot be successful, and instead think of all the reasons why you can. 4. Trace your attitudes back through your childhood and try to discover where you first got the idea you couldn't be a success, if that's the way you've been thinking. 5. Change the image you have of yourself by writing out a description of the person you would like to be. And 6. Act the part of the successful person you have decided to become. The doctor who wrote those words is a noted West Coast psychiatrist, David Harold Fink, M.D. Do what all the experts since the dawn of recorded history have told you you must do. Pay the price by becoming the person you want to become. It's not nearly as difficult as living unsuccessfully.
Right.
Make your 30-day test. Then repeat it. Then
Repeat it again.
Each time it will become more a part of you until you wonder how you could ever have lived any other way. Live this new way, and the floodgates of abundance will open and pour over you more riches than you may have dreamed existed. Money? Yes, lots of it. But what's more important, you'll have peace. You'll be in that wonderful minority who lead calm, cheerful, successful lives.
Yes, sir.
Start today. You have nothing to lose, but you have a life to win.
Yes, sir. Look at Earl telling y'all what it is. So, I know y'all enjoy Earl. I know y'all enjoy hearing Earl talk to y'all about how this life that we're given comes with a tool called vision. And you can use that vision to create a map or to create a vision of your life. Let me get just a little bit more Earl on y'all real quick, because y'all ain't had know about Earl, before. So I'm gonna put them on y'all just to taste more.
Hold the key to unlocking your true potential. They're the foundation of every great achievement, every lasting success. Consistency is not just a habit. It is a superpower that can transform your life. Think about it. The world's most accomplished individuals who have reached their goals through sporadic bursts of effort. They got there through unwavering day in, day out dedication to their craft.
I hope y'all can hear this. Hold on, let me make sure y'all can hear this.
Moments of brilliance. It is about showing up time and time again. Even when you
Hey, let me know y'all can hear this out there. If y'all I don't want it to be playing and y'all can't hear nothing. I'm gonna play it
don't feel like it.
real quick.
Consistency builds momentum. It is like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering size and speed as it goes. At first, your efforts might seem small, insignificant even. But keep at it day after day and watch as those small actions compound into something truly remarkable. Consider the simple act of saving money. Put aside $1 a day, and it might not seem like much. But do that consistently for a year, and you've got $365. Do it for 10 years, and suddenly you are looking at $3,650. And that's before we even factor
Hold
in
on.
interest or investment returns. That's
It's real low. I love how they do how it do. Love how they do how it do. All right, let's try this again.
the power of consistency.
There we go.
The same principle applies to any goal you are pursuing. Want to get in shape?
Love how they do.
Force yourself to be consistent. Those words hold the key to unlocking your true potential. They're the foundation of every great achievement, every lasting success. The same principle applies to any goal. Consistency is not just a habit. It is a superpower that can transform your life. Think about it. The world's most accomplished individuals who have reached their goals through sporadic bursts of effort. They got there through unwavering day in, day out dedication to their craft. It is not about grand gestures or moments of brilliance. It is about showing up time and time again, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency builds momentum.
Yes.
It is like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering size and speed as it goes. At first, your efforts might seem small, insignificant even. But keep at it day after day and watch as those small actions compound into something truly remarkable. Consider the simple act of saving money. Put aside $1 a day, and it might not seem like much. But do that consistently for a year, and you've got $365. Do it for 10 years, and suddenly you are looking at $3,650. And that's before we even factor in interest or investment returns. That's the power of consistency. The same principle applies to any goal you are pursuing. Want to get in shape? It is not about killing yourself at the gym once a month. It is about doing something active every single day, even if it is just a short walk. Want to learn a new skill? 15 minutes of focused practice each day will take you further than sporadic, intense study sessions. Consistency creates habits, and habits shape our lives. When you force yourself to be consistent, you are essentially reprogramming your brain. You are telling yourself, this is who I am. And over time, those actions become automatic,
as natural as breathing. But here's the catch. Consistency is not easy. If it were, everyone would be wildly successful. It requires discipline, willpower, and often pushing through discomfort. There will be days.
Step into Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises. Kick off projects.
When you don't feel motivated, when you'd rather stay in bed or vague out on the couch. Those are the days that matter most. Forcing yourself to be consistent means showing up especially on those tough days. It means doing the work even when you don't see immediate results. It means trusting the process, believing that your efforts will pay off in the long run. Remember, success is not about perfection. It is about progress. You don't have to be flawless in your consistency. What matters is that you keep coming back, keep trying, keep pushing forward. Miss today. Don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track the next day. Consistency also breeds confidence. When you prove to yourself day after day that you can follow through on your commitments, you start to trust yourself more. You begin to see yourself as someone who gets things done, someone who's reliable and dependable. That self-image is incredibly powerful. Think about the most successful people in any field. Athletes, business leaders, artists, what do they all have in common? They show up. They put in the work. They're consistent. They understand that talent alone is not enough. It is the daily grind, the relentless pursuit of their goals that sets them apart. Now, you might be thinking, but I'm not trying to be a world-class athlete or a billionaire CEO. That's okay. Consistency is not just for the extraordinary achievers. It is for anyone who wants to improve their life, anyone who has a dream they want to pursue. Maybe you want to be a better parent. Consistency means being present for your children every day, not just when it is convenient. Perhaps you are working on your health. Consistency means making good food choices and staying active, not just when you are feeling motivated. The beauty of consistency is that it applies to every area of life. Your relationships, your career, your personal growth, all can be transformed through the power of consistent action. But let's be real. Forcing yourself to be consistent is not always fun. There will be days when it feels like a chore, when you question why you are putting yourself through this. That's normal. The key is to push through those feelings. And while simple action, one way to make consistency easier is to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Pick one area, one habit you want to develop, and focus on that. Make it so easy that you can't say no. Just want to start reading more. Commit to reading just one page a day. Want to meditate? Start with it. These small commitments might seem insignificant, but they serve a crucial purpose. They help you build the habit of showing up, of following through. And once you've mastered consistency in one area, you can apply that skill to others. Another powerful tool is to track your progress. Keep a log of your consistent actions. It could be as simple as marking an X on a calendar for each day you follow through. Seeing that chain of X's grow longer and longer can be incredibly motivating. You won't want to break the streak. Remember, consistency is not about perfection, it is about persistence. You will have setbacks, you will have days when life gets in the way. The key is to not let those setbacks derail you completely. But if you miss a day, get right back on track the next day. Don't let one slip-up turn into a week of inaction. Consistency also requires patience. In our instant gratification world, it is easy to get discouraged when we don't see immediate results. But real, lasting change takes time. It is like planting a tree. You don't see the growth day to day, but over months and years, that consistent care leads to something magnificent. Force yourself to be consistent, and you are essentially investing in your future self. Every consistent action you take is like making a deposit in the bank of your future success. It might not feel significant in the moment, but over time, those deposits add up to something truly remarkable. Think about who you want to be 5 years from now. What skills do you want to have? What accomplishments do you want to achieve? What kind of person do you want to become? The path to that future self is paved with consistent actions taken today, tomorrow, and every day after that. Consistency also has a ripple effect on your life. When you prove to yourself that you can be consistent in one area, it boosts your confidence in others. You start to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who can be relied upon. That self-image can transform your relationships, your career, and your overall sense of self-worth. But here's a crucial point. Consistency doesn't mean rigidity. It is not about blindly doing the same thing day in and day out without thought or reflection. True consistency involves regular evaluation and adjustment. Are your consistent actions moving you closer to your goals? If not, it might be time to adjust your approach. This is where the force yourself part comes in sometimes. Being consistent means forcing yourself to change, to adapt, to try new approaches. It means being honest with yourself about what's working and what is not, and having the courage to make changes when necessary. Consistency also requires clarity. It is hard to be consistent if you are not clear on what you are working towards. Take the time to define your goals, to understand why they're important to you. The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to stay consistent in your pursuit of it. Another powerful aspect of consistency is its ability to build resilience. When you force yourself to show up day after day, you are also building your ability to handle challenges and setbacks. You are training yourself to keep going even when things get tough. This resilience is a valuable asset in all areas of life. Consistency can also help you overcome fear and self-doubt. Often what holds us back is not a lack of ability, but a lack of belief in ourselves. By consistently taking action, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. Each small victory builds your confidence, making it easier to take on bigger challenges. But consistency is not just about personal achievement. It is also about the impact you have on others. When you are consistent, you become someone others can rely on. In your relationships, your work, your community, consistency builds trust and respect. Think about the people you admire most in your life. Chances are one of their defining qualities is consistency. They show up, they follow through, they do what they say they're going to do. By forcing yourself to be consistent, you are becoming that kind of person. Someone worthy of admiration and consistency is also a powerful antidote to procrastination. When you make consistency a habit, you stop waiting for the perfect moment to take action. You understand that the perfect moment is now and every moment after that. You stop making excuses and start making progress. But here's an important point. Consistency doesn't mean you never take a break. In fact, planned rest and recovery are crucial parts of a consistent approach. The key is that these breaks are intentional, not the result of giving up or losing focus. Force yourself to be consistent and you'll find that it gets easier over time. What once required immense willpower becomes second nature. The actions that used to drain you start to energize you. You begin to crave the sense of accomplishment that comes from following through on your commitments. Consistency also helps you develop a growth mindset. When you consistently put in effort, you start to see how your abilities can expand and develop over time. You understand that you are not limited by your current skills or knowledge. With consistent effort, you can grow and improve in any area. Another benefit of consistency is that it helps you cut through the noise and distractions of daily life. In a world that's constantly vying for our attention, consistency gives you a clear focus. It helps you prioritize what's truly important and let go of what's not. Forcing yourself to be consistent also teaches you the value of process over outcome. While goals are important, it is the consistent actions you take toward those goals that truly matter. By focusing on the process, the daily habits and routines, you set yourself up for long-term success. Consistency is also a powerful tool for overcoming plateaus. In any endeavor, there will be times when progress seems to stall. It is in these moments that consistency is most crucial. By continuing to show up and put in the work, you push through these plateaus and reach new levels of achievement. But remember, consistency is not about being a robot. It is about being reliably human. It is about showing up as your best self, day after day, even when it is challenging. It is about honoring your commitments to yourself and others. Forcing yourself to be consistent also helps you develop self-discipline. This is a skill that translates to every area of life. When you can consistently do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment, you become unstoppable. Consistency is also about alignment. When your actions consistently align with your values and goals, you experience a deep sense of fulfillment. You are not just going through the motions. You are living with purpose and intention. Another powerful aspect of consistency is its ability to create a positive feedback loop. Consistent actions lead to results which boost your motivation, which in turn makes it easier to stay consistent. It is a virtuous cycle that can propel you toward your goals. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to be boring sometimes. Success often is not flashy. It is the result of showing up day after day, doing the work that needs to be done. Embrace the mundane aspects of consistency, knowing that they're the foundation of extraordinary results. Consistency also helps you develop patience. In a world of quick fixes and instant gratification, the ability to consistently work towards long-term goals is a rare and valuable skill. It allows you to tackle bigger challenges and achieve more significant results. But here's a crucial point. Consistency is not about burning yourself out. It is about finding a sustainable pace. Force yourself to be consistent in a way that you can maintain over the long haul. It is better to do a little bit every day than to go all out for a week and then crash. Consistency also teaches you to focus on what you can control. You can't always control outcomes, but you can control your efforts. By consistently putting in the work, you set yourself up for success, regardless of external factors. Remember, forcing yourself to be consistent doesn't mean you'll always feel motivated. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. Consistency is about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It is about honoring your commitments to yourself. Consistency also helps you develop a strong work ethic. When you consistently put in effort, day after day, you build a reputation as someone who can be counted on. This is invaluable in your personal and professional life. Another benefit of consistency is that it helps you make better decisions. When you are consistently working towards your goals, you become more attuned to what serves those goals and what doesn't. You naturally start to prioritize actions that align with your objectives. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to be uncomfortable. Growth and comfort rarely coexist. By consistently pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, you expand your capabilities and achieve things you never thought possible. Consistency is also about momentum. Each consistent action builds upon the last, creating a powerful force that drives you forward. It might start slow, but over time, that momentum becomes nearly unstoppable. But remember, consistency is not about comparison. Your consistent efforts are about becoming the best version of yourself, not about measuring up to others. Focus on your own progress, your own growth, your own journey. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to fail consistently. Not every effort.
Are you ready to see your brand on TV? Your competitors will wish they had known about Vibe. With Vibe, you can
will yield the results you want, but by consistently showing up, you give yourself more opportunities to succeed. You learn from each attempt, refining your approach over time. Consistency is also about creating a personal standard of excellence. When you consistently put in your best effort, you raise the bar for yourself. You begin to expect more from yourself and, in turn, achieve more. Another powerful aspect of consistency is its ability to build trust, not just with others, but with yourself. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you prove to yourself that you are someone who can be relied upon. This self-trust is the foundation of confidence and self-esteem. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to start over. There will be times when you fall off track. The key is to not let these setbacks derail you completely. Each day is a new opportunity to recommit to your consistent efforts. Consistency is also about creating systems that support your goals. By consistently following effective systems and processes, you make success almost inevitable. It is not about relying on willpower alone, but about setting up your environment for success. Remember, consistency is not about perfection. It is about progress. It is about showing up day after day and giving your best effort. It is about small actions taken consistently that compound over time into remarkable results. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to delay gratification. It means choosing the long-term benefits of consistent effort over the short-term pleasure of taking it easy. It is not always fun in the moment, but the results are worth it. Consistency is also about integrity. It is about aligning your actions with your words, your values, your goals. When you consistently act in accordance with what you say is important to you, you build a strong sense of personal integrity. Another benefit of consistency is that it helps you develop a strong sense of identity. You become known to yourself and others as someone who follows through, someone who can be counted on. This identity becomes a powerful force in shaping your actions and your future. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to be patient with yourself. Change takes time. Results take time. By consistent putting in the effort day after day, you give yourself the best chance at achieving your goals. Consistency is also about creating positive habits. When you consistently take positive actions, they eventually become automatic. You no longer have to force yourself. It becomes a natural part of who you are. Remember, consistency is not about being perfect. It is about being persistent. It is about getting back up when you fall, about recommitting to your goals even when you've had a setback. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to say no to things that don't align with your goals. It means prioritizing your consistent efforts over short-term distractions or temptations. Consistency is also about creating a legacy. The consistent actions you take today are shaping the person you'll become tomorrow, next year, and for the rest of your life. You are not just working towards a goal. You are building a life. In the end, forcing yourself to be consistent is about taking control of your life. It is about deciding who you want to be and then consistently taking actions that align with that vision. It is about creating the life you want, one consistent action at a time. So force yourself to be consistent. Show up every day, put in the work. Trust the process. The results might not be immediate, but they will come. And when they do, you'll realize that the power of consistency has transformed not just your circumstances, but who you are as a person. That's the true power of consistency. It doesn't just change what you do, it changes who you are.
I felt very overwhelmed.
I hope y'all really got something out of that. Listening to Earl talk to us. I usually tune in to Earl every now and again on my own personal time. His name is Earl Nightingale. You can figure out how to spell it if you want to tune in with him on y'all own personal time. I usually go back and I say every now and again. Just because all of what he usually says is needed. It's not something like I'm just like, you got in here and put it out here. Out here face. Because you're in their face. You know what I'm saying? It's different than your out here face. So you gotta make sure you're taking what's in here and bringing it out so that you can create yourself. And it's simple ways to do it. You can write, you can draw, you can create vision boards, you can look in the mirror. Those are all ways to bring out what's inside of you to outside of you. So use that technology that you got, which is reading, reading what you write. Writing, looking in the mirror, drawing pictures, doing vision boards, speaking to yourself positively. All of these things are pulling what's inside of you to the outside of you. And that's the most vital skill and tool that you're going to have in order to create yourself. Now, you can't really do it in your adolescence, but as an adult, you can definitely do it. So I encourage you all to get on that task, take up that task as fast as you can. Let's listen to this positive message right here.
There are moments in life when the weight of the world feels.
Most people overestimate what they can do in a day, but they dramatically underestimate what they can do in 6 months. 6 months. That's what we're going to talk about today. How you can absolutely transform your life in the next 180 days. Now, why 6 months? Let me tell you why. A year is too long to wait, and a month is too short to see meaningful change. But 6 months, that's the sweet spot. It's long enough to see massive results, but short enough to keep you excited and engaged. Isn't that interesting? You know what fascinates me? Most people spend more time planning their next vacation than planning their life. They'll spend hours choosing a hotel, but won't spend 30 minutes designing their future. Isn't that incredible? But you're different. You're here today because something inside you knows it's time for a change. Let me ask you something. If you continue doing exactly what you're doing right now, where will you be 6 months from today? Same job, same income, same problems, same excuses? You see, what you don't change, you choose. Let that sink in for a moment. The beautiful thing is, same income, same problems, same excuses? You see, what you don't change, you choose. Let that sink in for a moment. The beautiful thing about a 6-month plan is that it gives you something I call realistic urgency. You can't procrastinate because 6 months will be here before you know it, but you also have enough time to make substantial changes. It's the perfect balance. Now let me share with you the fundamental principles of transformation. You see, success leaves clues. And over the years, I've discovered that extraordinary achievement isn't about doing 4,000 things. It's about doing 6 or 7 things 4,000 times. Repetition is the mother of skill, and consistency is the father of success. Let's talk about the first key to your 6-month transformation: clarity. You must be crystal clear about what you want. Fuzzy goals produce fuzzy results.
All right, face it, your life is a complete mess right now. The laundry's not folded, you haven't exercised in weeks, you're spending way too much money going out, and your doom scrolling habit is back. What you need is a GYST week. That stands for Get Your Shit Together Week. All right, so what does it actually look like to dedicate an entire week to just...
Sharp goals produce sharp results. Write this down: clarity is power. When you're clear about what you want, the universe has an interesting way of helping you get it. You know what's interesting? Most people know what they don't want, but they're not clear about what they do want. They can tell you all day long about what's wrong with their life, their job, their relationships. But ask them what they want instead, and they stumble. That's why we're going to start with absolute clarity. Here's what I want you to do tonight. Take out a piece of paper and write down exactly what you want your life to look like 6 months from now. Be specific. Don't write down I want to be happy. Write down I want to increase my income by 40%, read 12 books, lose 20 pounds, and start my own side business. See the difference? The second key to your transformation is what I call your philosophy of life. Your philosophy determines how you process what happens to you. And here's the key. It's not what happens that determines your future, it's what you do about what happens. It's not the wind that determines your direction, it's the set of your sail. Let me share something profound with you. The key to your transformation is what I call your philosophy of life. Your philosophy determines how you process what happens to you. And here's the key. It's not what happens that determines your future, it's what you do about what happens. It's not the wind that determines your direction, it's the set of your sail. Let me share something profound with you. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. But here's the challenge. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. It's easy to read 10 pages of a good book every day. It's also easy not to. It's easy to save 10% of your income. It's also easy not to. Now, let's talk about the third key, the power of association. Here's a principle you must never forget. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Write that down. Over the next 6 months, you must constantly choose who you spend your time with. Some people need to be loved from a distance. Isn't that interesting? You see, there are 2 types of people you'll meet on your journey to success: those who will inspire you and those who will tire you. Your job over the next 6 months is to increase your exposure to people who inspire you and decrease your exposure to those who tire you. It's that simple. Let me tell you something fascinating about human potential. Most people operate at about 20% of their true capacity. And do you know why? Because they haven't made a commitment to excellence. They're just trying to get through the day instead of getting from the day. There's a huge difference. The fourth key to your 6-month transformation is what I call the discipline of documentation. Starting today, you must become a serious student of your own life. Keep a journal. Track your progress. Document your insights. You see, the slightest adjustment in your daily routine can dramatically change your life over 6 months. Let me give you an example. If you read just 10 pages of a good book every day, in 6 months you'll have read 1,800 pages. That's approximately 6 to 7 books. Do you think your life would be different if you absorbed the wisdom from 7 carefully chosen books over the next 6 months? Of course it would. Here's another principle that will serve you well. Success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Over the next 6 months, your primary focus should be on your personal development. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. The 5th key to your transformation is what I call the power of investment. Now, I'm not just talking about money, although that's important. I'm talking about investing in yourself. Here's the formula. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Let me ask you something. How much have you invested in your own development in the last year? Most people will spend $100 on dinner without thinking twice, but hesitate to spend $100 on a book or seminar that could change their life. Isn't that interesting? Over the next 6 months, you must commit to investing in yourself. Whether it's books, courses, seminars, or coaching, make the investment. Remember, if someone is going where you want to go, they know something you don't know. Invest in learning what they know. The sixth key to your transformation is what I call the miracle of incrementalism. Small changes, consistently applied, produce massive results over time. Let me show you how this works. If you improve just 1% every day for 6 months, you'll be 180% better than when you started. That's the power of compound improvement. Here's what fascinates me. Most people wait to do something big. They're waiting for the perfect moment to make a dramatic change. But success doesn't work that way. Success is built on 1,000 tiny decisions made correctly, day after day, week after week, month after month. Let me share with you the seventh key, the power of goals. Now, I know you've heard about goal setting before, but let me tell you something different. Most people set goals that are too small. They set goals based on what they think they can achieve instead of what they truly want. Over the next 6 months, I want you to set goals that scare you a little bit. If your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. But here's the key. Break these big goals down into daily activities. Success is not about what you do occasionally, it's about what you do consistently. Now, let's talk about something that most people overlook, the power of environment. Your environment will either inspire you or expire you. Over the next 6 months, you must consciously design your environment to support your goals. Clean your office, organize your home, create a space that energizes you. Here's a principle that changed my life. You can't
Big ideas don't
change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Tonight, you can make decisions that will alter the course of your life. 6 months from now, you'll be so glad you did. Let me share something powerful with you. Success is not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. It's not about what you don't have, it's about what you do with what you have. Over the next 6 months, focus on maximizing what's in your hands right now. The eighth key to your transformation is what I call the power of standards. You see, your life will always move in the direction of your standards. If you raise your standards, your life will rise to meet them. If you lower your standards, your life will drop to meet them. It's that simple. Over the next 6 months, you must raise your standards in every area of your life. Raise your standards for what you'll accept in your relationships, your health, your income, your business. When you raise your standards, your life transforms. Let me tell you something interesting about human psychology. We tend to live up to our expectations. If you expect little, you'll get little. If you expect a lot, you'll get a lot. Over the next 6 months, raise your expectations. Demand more from yourself than anyone else could ever demand from you. The ninth key to your transformation is what I call the power of rituals. Your life is shaped by your daily rituals. What you do every day matters more than what you do once in a while. Over the next 6 months, you must establish rituals that support your goals. Here's a ritual that will change your life. Wake up an hour earlier every day. That's 180 extra hours over the next 6 months. Think about what you could accomplish with an extra 180 hours of focused time. That's equivalent to 4.5 40-hour work weeks. Let me share something profound about time management. Don't count the days, make the days count. Over the next 6 months, you must become a master of your time. Time is the great equalizer. We all have the same 24 hours. It's what you do with those 24 hours that makes the difference. The 10th key to your transformation is what I call the pound of accountability. You see, when you're accountable to someone, your performance improves. Over the next 6 months, find an accountability partner or join a mastermind group. Share your goals, report your progress, celebrate your wins. Here's something fascinating about human nature. We'll do more to avoid letting others down than we'll do to lift ourselves up. Use this knowledge to your advantage. Make commitments to others that you'll be inspired to keep. Let's talk about something crucial, the power of recovery. You see, over the next 6 months, you're going to face setbacks. That's not negative thinking, that's reality. The key is not to avoid setbacks, the key is to recover quickly. Successful people aren't people who never fail. They're people who get up one more time than they fall down. The 11th key to your transformation is what I call the power of focus. Here's what I've learned. Where focus goes, energy flows. Over the next 6 months, you must become laser focused on your priorities. Don't major in minor things. Don't be busy, productive. Let me share something powerful. Motivation gets you started, but habit keeps you going. Over the next 6 months, focus on building habits that will serve you for life. Don't rely on motivation, rely on discipline. Motivation is like a hot shower. It feels good, but the effects don't last. The 12th key to your transformation is what I call the power of celebration. Most people wait until they reach their final goal to celebrate. That's a mistake. Over the next 6 months, celebrate your progress, not just your achievements. Celebration fuels motivation. Here's something interesting about success. Success leaves clues. Study successful people. Read their books. Listen to their podcasts. Attend their seminars. Over the next 6 months, become a student of success. Learn from those who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Let me share something profound about personal growth. For things to change, you must change. For things to get better, you must get better. For things to improve, you must improve. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills. The 13th key to your transformation is what I call the power of contribution. You see, success without contribution is empty achievement. Over the next 6 months, find ways to add value to others' lives. The more value you create for others, the more valuable you become. Here's something fascinating about wealth. Your income rarely exceeds your personal development. If you want to earn more, you must learn more. Over the next 6 months, invest in your education. Develop new skills, expand your knowledge, increase your value. Let me share something powerful about change. Most people overestimate the competition and underestimate themselves. Over the next 6 months, compete with yourself. Try to be better today than you were yesterday. That's the only competition that matters. The 14th key to your transformation is what I call the power of decisiveness. You see, successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them quickly. Over the next 6 months, become decisive. Here's what's interesting about decisions. Every decision you make today shapes your tomorrow. The decisions you make over the next 6 months will determine where you'll be 6 months from now. Make decisions that your future self will thank you for. Let me share something profound about success. Success is not a destination, it's a direction. Over the next 6 months, focus on moving in the right direction. Don't worry about perfection, worry.
Helen Hansel was able to win any competition she took part in. She was known as the contest queen because she had won 7 trips to Paris, both.
About progress. Progress equals happiness. The 15th key to your transformation is what I call the power of gratitude. You see, gratitude turns what we have into enough. Over the next 6 months, maintain a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. That's 540 moments of gratitude. Here's something fascinating about the human mind. What you appreciate appreciates. Over the next 6 months, appreciate your progress, appreciate your challenges, appreciate your opportunities. The more gratitude you express, the more reasons you'll have to be grateful. Let me share something powerful about personal transformation. Change is inevitable, growth is optional. Over the next 6 months, choose growth, choose development, choose progress. The choice is yours and the time is now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude with this thought. 6 months from now, you will surely arrive. The question is, where? That answer depends on the decisions you make today and the actions you take tomorrow. The next 6 months of your life are hidden in your daily routine. Remember, life doesn't get better by chance, it gets better by change. And today, right here, right now, you have the opportunity to make changes that will transform your life over the next 6 months. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take this moment and make it perfect. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is the action you take starting today. 6 months is going to pass whether you take action or not. The question is, where do you want to be when those 6 months are over?
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. And it's not really for, the thank you is not really for me. The thank you, it should be given to yourself because it's for yourself. It's not for sharing, it's for yourself. So keep on expanding, keep on growing. It's been another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. This is DGTA TV. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here for the day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Find Your Way Wednesdays. Peace. Lose a limb. It's best to cauterize the wound if there's no immediate reattachment. It's better to stitch up an open cut than to leave it open or try to put a band-aid on it, because it's going to cause you hell. You understand? And that's what he's saying. It's going to cause you hell. And having those real problems, real situations that pop up in your life are going to cause you some sort of discomfort or pain or trauma or whatever. Yes, it is, and it's very real, but it's not an illness itself. All right, there we go, my people. Y'all, we here. Oh, my bad. All right, now let me see something. Now I feel like if you want to start anywhere, let's start here. How to make more money using my mind, because that's a disease. That's a dis-ease. It don't make you comfortable. Having no money make you uncomfortable. So that's a disease. It's dis-ease. It's opposite of ease. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna ease when you ain't got no cheese. We ain't got 22 minutes, my guy. We give you 10.
To buy.
There are 101 ways that you could get clients for your agency, coaching, or consulting business. But
in this video, if you are incapable of doing it, be better. And do it for long enough that it would be unreasonable for you not to be good. And then your best will surpass what is required. And you will become better in the process. But if you don't do that, it's an excellent way to stay poor. It's just keep doing your best and giving yourself a pat on the back and say, I tried. 20, talk more, do less. Post about your goals, post about your affirmations, spend all day doing routines and stuff of getting prepared to work and actually do very little. All right, it's a great way. This is one of the favorite ones, especially in the internet community. People love talking about how much they're working rather than actually getting shit done. Right. So I would advise you to, rather than spend all this time preparing to work and creating superstitions and routines around the things that you think you should do in order to maybe potentially get something done, start with the doing. Because sometimes the doing just needs done. All right? 21, start something new today. Start something new tomorrow. Repeat. Great way to stay poor. Do stuff, try something else, try something else. Always leave half-built bridges, right? You never complete anything you start. Just keep starting new things because it's exciting and it's new, and you have what is called uninformed optimism. Because as soon as you jump into the new thing, you realize that it will take work, and the things that were awesome about it also have downsides, which is the work that is required to be good. And as soon as you realize that it's work, you go through the change cycle where you go uninformed optimism to informed pessimism. And then you go through the valley of despair, and this is where everyone then jumps to the next opportunity. And they just do this forever, and they just never achieve what they want. So it's an excellent way to stay busy and poor. All right, just keep trying new stuff and never see anything through, okay? Number 22, believe what other people think about you more than what you think about you. All right, it's a great way to stay poor. I think it's easily stated there, so I'm not gonna belabor the point, but that's what you need to do to stay poor. Just keep believing what everyone else thinks about you and not what you think about you. Excellent way to do it. Number 23, way to stay poor. Make a mistake, then wait, repeat the mistake. do it again and again and again.
He talking
and
about ways
you've probably
to be
seen
poor.
people who
Hold up, let's get past that. Hold up.
see the more you can do it, the more you can outspend your income, the poorer you will be. And so
Okay, we ain't gonna listen to no more. We talking about ways in which, we don't want to hear it. Hey, what you gotta say, Mike?
When you came out of prison, you looked better after prison than you did before going in.
I had the best 3 years of my life in prison.
Wow, that's interesting for you to say that, bro, because you had millions.
I had peace, though.
Over the $30 million for one fight.
Listen, can I tell you something? That don't mean nothing when you don't have your peace, your stability, and your balance. We don't even want it. You want to give it to somebody else. You need your sanity to dictate any part of life. Now, I always tell people, God punish you by giving you everything you want. See if you can handle it.
When you came out of prison, you looked better
We need to hear that again.
after prison than you did before going in.
I had the best 3 years of my life in prison.
Wow, that's interesting for you to say that, bro, because you had millions.
I had peace, though.
Over the $30 million for one fight.
Listen, can I tell you something? That don't mean nothing when you don't have your peace, your stability, and your balance. We don't even want it. You want to give it to somebody else. You need your sanity to dictate any part of life. Now, I always tell people, God punish you by giving you everything you want. See if you can handle it.
When you came out of prison, you looked better.
He said, God punish you by giving you everything. See if you can handle it. Oh man, that was good. Now that was good. That was good. That's good. Just work.
Oh, very good afternoon, sir.
Keep working.
My name is Sushant Kumar Kushwaha. I'm a research scholar from PHU, and very much fortunate to have a time to clear my doubt from you, sir. My question is, I have lost my spark, okay, and I'm not a very much continuously, consistently motivated person. I have lost my motivation. How to regain that? To live my life and lead in a like a joyful way. So to regain your inner peace. Thank you, sir.
See, the nature of life is such, listen, if you go outside in the garden and try to catch an ant, the BHU ant, who is born here, who's grown up here and probably he'll die here, that BHU ant, if you try to catch him, he'll say, okay, to hell with my life, okay, crush me if you want. Is it so? He'll do everything to protect himself. He values his life, isn't it? Very much or no? Tiny little creature that we may not even notice, we may step on him without even seeing him, unfortunately. But he values his life immensely. Does he or no? He's got spark. But you, a human being, at least on this planet, you're the peak of evolution, physiologically at least. Yes? If other behavioral aspects, if we may have questions.
Right.
But physiologically at least, the most evolved creature on the planet. What the most evolved creature on the planet means is, it has the most complex neurological system and it has the highest level of cerebral capability. That means you can think, you can remember, you have memory. You have a very vivid sense of memory and a fantastic sense of imagination. An ant doesn't have such a vivid sense of memory, nor does he have any great imagination. He has some. But he has a presence of mind about the life that he is living. Because the education systems that you're going through right from kindergarten level is such that it is about everything except you. It's about everything else. Somebody is PhD in tourism, somebody is PhD in biotechnology, somebody is PhD in something. Nothing about this. How does this function? There is no attention at all. A human being functions. You know, you have a Kalabhairava temple here. What this means is, a human being exists in 3 times. He lives because of the richness of his memory. How rich is your memory determines what you will do and what you will not do right now, isn't it so? So memory is important, the present experience is important, and how vivid is your imagination for tomorrow is very important. Right now the problem is, these things have all gotten mixed up because discipline of faculty has simply not come. Nothing has been taught to our children that there needs to be… Discipline means people think English kind of discipline, walking like this like idiots. Discipline of faculty is not there. Because of this, your own mind turns against you. What happened 10 years ago, you still suffer? Hello? What may happen day after tomorrow, you already suffer? Because there's no